Welcome back, everybody. We are all about the 50s on today's show. Lindsay Brooks from Runaway Spoon is back in the kitchen with us, and I remember this salad fondly. Well, not so fondly, actually. I'm going to be perfectly honest here. I wasn't in the 50s, but I was in the 60s, and it was a carryover. So at cookouts and summer parties, and you would see this 3-bean salad on many of a buffet. And as a kid, I was like, not going on my plate.
I've always been a fan of beans. I've always liked it. I like vinegar. And this has got a really tart dressing with it.
Okay, now I confess, as I've gotten older, bring on those marinated bean salad things. But I love the idea of freshening up a little bit, because traditionally, what was in what were the beans?
Yeah, you had the green beans, you had wax beans, and they were always canned. They were never fresh.
Yes.
And then normally it was kidney beans in there for a little bit of color as well. And sometimes kidney beans have a bad rap too, because they just, are a little pasty on the inside.
Yeah. But we are going to stick with the canned kidney beans.
They have a good color. They have a good place for it.
Yes. But we're going to switch up the other 2 beans. And as what you're seeing now is we're taking these old things, but we're putting new life back into them by freshening them up and adding some more today ingredients.
Yep. So I'm using butter beans. If you've never had butter beans, I absolutely love them. They're a little bit bigger, but they're really buttery tasting.
They are.
So it's a really great bean. They're canned, but buy the low sodium or the organic. Give them a really good rinse so that you don't get any of that canned salt flavor to go with them.
If beans could be beautiful, I think they're really pretty. I really do. And then talk about pretty. These
French green beans.
Yeah.
You want fresh beans, you want to blanch them. So that what blanch means is just have a pot of boiling water, some salt in it, throw them in there for a minute or so.
I mean, that's it. And that's all. Don't overdo it. Not 2, not 5. It's like 1 minute.
1 minute. Drain them, rinse them under cool water, or even put them in some ice water too, to stop them from cooking.
They're going to be nice and crunchy and that beautiful bright green.
And French beans are nice. They're really thin. They're super tender. So it's not like your kind of chewy frozen bean that you might have had in the 50s.
At the farmer's market right now, though, and people in the gardens, regular fresh green beans will work perfectly too.
Oh,
if you don't
perfect.
Have the French.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, either one. All right, let's make the salad.
Okay, so now the dressing is normally when I make dressings, we do 1/4 cup, let's say, vinegar and 3/4 cup oil. Well, it's the other way around on this one. You're going with 1/2 cup of vinegar and only 1/4 cup of oil.
And so apple cider vinegar?
Apple cider vinegar, red wine vinegar works as well.
Okay.
And then you're going to add sugar to this. Because of the amount of vinegar we have, you're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. And 1/4 cup of oil is going to go in here too.
This is a good make ahead. You want to make this at least, what, a few hours or the day?
Yeah, overnight's good to let it kind of marinate.
Okay, so this is another one for the Packers game. You know, this would be a nice one to do.
Well, and you could use yellow beans too if you had them from the garden, wax beans.
Oh, yeah.
And then you would have the green and gold going in there.
Yeah, like that. Fresh garlic. Now that's something you probably didn't see in the 3-bean salad.
No, we're going to add a little bit more flavor to it.
Salt and pepper.
Yep, a heavy duty of salt and pepper.
And then some red onion.
Yes.
I don't remember that in the 3-bean salad either.
And sometimes people put bell peppers in too. I kind of like to keep it with just the beans, but have the onions and the garlic.
Yeah.
And we're just going to kind of call julienne these, so thinly slice them.
Then dump those beans in there?
Yep. Toss them all together. And like I said, they marinate good overnight, couple hours. You could serve it right away, but you kind of want those canned beans to soak up some of that good flavor.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And this is a single recipe, normally feeds about 4 people, but you can double it too if you got a bigger group coming through.
True, but it doesn't get much any easier than that. I mean, we didn't have to peel potatoes, do a potato salad. We didn't have to shred cabbage. I mean, it's easy to open a couple cans, make some fresh green beans, and then for the vinaigrette, we got the ingredients for that right in our house right now.
You typically do, and like I said, you can sub out your vinegars if you have, red wine vinegar versus a champagne vinegar versus apple cider.
Yeah. Lindsay still does a really neat thing once a week. She will deliver a gourmet meal for 2, or if you want it for 4, to your home. How can people find out more about that?
If you go to runspoon.com, send us an email from the website there that says, hey, I heard about these meals. I want to know more about them. I'll send you all information about it, and you can see if it works for your lifestyle.
Wonderful. Come back again and cook something fabulous, will you?
Will.
She always does. Dreaming for a piece of that Boston cream pie. But the nutrition ladies are still here.
Yeah, I know. We're getting stared down over there.
We'll be back. Stay with us.